Good morning, welcome to Adu and the Guru. It's a lovely Monday, the 23rd of August, and we are here again, bringing you another show for you to have a, shall I say, in-depth historical perspective to all the stories making the rounds and allow you to have an opportunity to join the conversation. All you have to do is pick up your phone, dial the number, and let's get talking. Well, of course, before I bring the Guru to the phone lines, to the microphone, beg your pardon, I want to let you know that you can join us on the WhatsApp line before the phone lines come open. You can join us there and share your thoughts with us and tell us what it is that your thoughts are on the news stories we'll be sharing with you. We have a very rich menu lined up for you today, and I can guarantee that you will enjoy every single bit of it. So without further ado, let me introduce to some and present to others, a singular honor and distinguished pleasure to bring to the microphone the editor-at-large of the newsguru.com. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Godwin Etakibuebu, a.k.a. the Guru. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, Adu, a.k.a. what would I call now?
A.k.a. the Pope, West African Affairs.
A.k.a. Acting Deputy Pope, Africa Mission, Africa Affairs. So you are welcome, my Lord Spiritual.
Thank you very much.
Good morning there, Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. This is Adu and the Guru. It's a segment of our activities that is always celebrated and being waited for. A few minutes ago, somebody just left the studio, Tadi. I think he came as a guest of Shegun. I came in today, so I entered into the reception. I met three gentlemen sitting down. I don't know any of them, but because of my training background, I greeted them and I sat down. Then one of them, whom I suspected would be physically challenged, now was asking the other one, I heard the voice. He spoke, but I heard him. See, the voice that just spoke, the voice that just greeted us, is that not the Guru voice? Ask him. Then he said, sir, are you the Guru? Then I said, yes, I'm the Guru. Then the man shouted, and he got up. His sepa helped him to get closer to me. He said, permit me to shake your hand, sir. I said, at this era of coronavirus, he said, yes, sir. I said, permit me. So I shook his hand. Then he told me his name. By the time he finished his name, I said, yes. I said, he introduced me to one retired assistant commissioner of police, one of the 12 men picked by Kwadafa in those days. He said, yes. He said I was the one that I helped, that he was the one I helped at so time, and that immediately he heard good morning, or that he knew that voice belongs to the group. So, but thank God, I met him here now, and as we were rounding up the sports, in fact, he greeted me. That is just how extensively cherished the segment of Adu and the Guru is. Because you have not listened to any radio station if you are not tuned in to this 9:30 Adu and the Guru. So you are doing yourself a very good privilege. You are serving yourself a good privilege by listening. And it is for the reason that we know, we are very, very cautious that we are there, that we will never attempt disappointing you. So you come here, you catch the knowledge, you catch everything. If we periscope, we periscope it. Historical perspective is rich. Every word is assessed with quality of knowledge. This wouldn't have been possible, all this preparation wouldn't have been possible on our part if we don't know that we are not there to meet with us. So we thank you very much. It is because we are there that we are putting on much effort here. So you are the motivator of whatever we are doing here. So we want to be very, very grateful to you this morning. So this morning is dedicated to you, listener. So thank you, and thank you, and thank you. Right. Events happened last week. 3 events happened that shook the country. the son of Mr. President, the only son with Aisha, and I'm not too sure. I think it's the only son of Buhari. Yusuf got married and married to a princess, the daughter of the Emir Adubayero of Bishi in Kano State. Oh, the whole continental world was adequately represented. Somebody asked me that, would that not be the first time that Atiku Abubakar and Buhari are meeting? I said, something had to bring them together. If the marriage, the world bringing them together, we should thank God for that. And another thing I observed during that marriage, all protocols of COVID-19 were forgotten. To me, it could be evidence that coronavirus has gone out of Nigeria. But I don't know.
But they had nose masks.
Huh?
They had nose masks. So
the shocking of human being.
Oh, well, at least they had nose masks.
The shocking of human being.
So maybe...
And is it because of the prominent one that were coming to shake hands of Buhari? All of them were, did you not see the majority of the people not wearing face masks? No, the closeness is that part of observing the protocol. My conclusion is that may it be so that coronavirus is gone out of Nigeria. We are only waiting for representative of Buhari in the medical sector, in the health sector, to announce it to us that no more. Then, in Bishi itself, that is in Kano, the installation of the Emir, Adobayero, the Emir of Bishi is the second Emir of Bishi, is the son of the immediate Emir that left before Lamido Sanusi Lamido took over, before Lamido Sanusi Lamido was dethroned. That Emir that ruled Kano for almost 50 years. The longest, he remained historically the longest Emir that ruled Kano. That was an epic event. Then you traveled. Kano is not, is Kano not west or not west?
Are you talking about geopolitically?
Yes.
It's northwest.
Yes. Then traveling to south, the 21st Olu of Warri was installed on the 21st of the month of August. The 21st.
In the 21st year of the 21st century.
In the 21st year, thank you. Even sometimes you veer away from your spiritual assignments coming into the physical. So meaning you are my Lord spiritual and Lord temporal. We're talking of, please get his name fully out for me so I can. Young, 37-year-old.
Is that Ogiame Atuwase?
Ogiame Atuwase the third. The Olu. And he came with remarkable respect for spiritual adhering than even physical. He looked back. He is the immediate son of Atuwase II. After the demise of his father, the last one that reigned for just a few years took over. So, but the Olu before his father, something happened that embittered that king and lay curse on the land. The first assignment that this young man, Emiko, 37-year-old, did was to revoke that curse that his grandfather laid on the land. which means he would remain a king that would be aspiring for peace. That's one. Two, it is very, very good and historical that he retained the preface, His Royal Majesty. Because from the beginning, when the British were given staff of office to traditional rulers in Nigeria, they limited them to Your Highness, His Highness. They did not want them to have the Royal Majesty, because that would have made the Nigerian kings equal to their own, because theirs is Royal Majesty. So they shortened it, they depreciated it, they started calling us Your Royal Highness. These are the historical background behind those names. So he, the young man, retains that. And of course, he spoke about peace, about peace, about peace. May his tenure be loaded with peace for the kingdom, for the Warri people, for the Shekiri, for Nigeria in general. Another most significant thing was the visit of General Olusegun Obasanjo, or President Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo is 87. Obasanjo was at the Thanksgiving yesterday in the church. He left the church with Okowa. He visited him in the palace. 87-year-old Obasanjo coming down on his knees to pay reasonable traditional homage to a 37-year-old sitting on the throne. It's almost becoming an issue. Some people said it was because Obasanjo had oil well in Delta State or somewhere in the South that he had to do that. Those people spoke out of lack of knowledge. They don't have any knowledge. He's the Olu of Warri.
He's not the one who controls the oil.
He's the one who controls the oil. Is he the Minister of Petroleum Resources? You can see. When Obasanjo went to the Ooni of Ife, the Ikubet Ooni, and Obasanjo prostrated in the typical Yoruba way, bringing his chin, his chest, everything to the ground, prostrated with two hands stretched out. Was it because the Ooni had some oil?
Maybe he's Obasanjo Farms.
Or because of Obasanjo Farm? Here is a man that believes in the traditions. Obasanjo is a die-hard traditionalist. Maybe you may not know this. I knew two people from Abeokuta that I can connect to tradition. And when I say I can connect them to tradition, I have the evidences. They know that I have the evidences, and I have the evidences that they belong. Obasanjo can easily consult Ifa, and he understands the ways of Ifa. Obasanjo is an oracle. Obasanjo is a principality and power. Obasanjo is a phenomenon. Obasanjo is what some people call Ebora Owu. Wole Soyinka himself is another Ebora Egba. Wole Soyinka consults Ifa with all simplicity in this world. These are people that know tradition. They know culture. So what was Obasanjo prostrating before a 37-year-old? No! He prostrated before the throne. In this, we should appreciate the man. That is good in understanding things. So while I say congratulations to the Emir of Bichi, Kano State, and congratulations to the third of Warri, the father, I said, was the one that departed before Emiko came and departed now. The father was a dedicated Christian. At a time, Ogiame, he started contending that he wouldn't want the title to be Ogiame again, because Ogiame has something connotation with the sea. It tells you, I never knew that the sun who got his wife from Benin Kingdom. And of course, I didn't think he went too far because the mother also is from Benin. The wife, the father of the wife, is just the man who passed on a few weeks ago, Captain Nusa. What's the surname now? This man that dominated the billionaire. So, and the father, his first name Godwin. When the father was to be stored, I went. And I spent about 2 nights with him. When I was to bury my mother in 1987, the father did a great favor. He bought a bull. Because traditionally, if you want to show that you belong to the class, you bury your parents, either your mother or your father, with a bull. It has nothing to do. The bull is traditionally used. It's tradition. The cow, you can slaughter 300 cows, but you must bring a bull if you belong to the class. I got 2 bulls. The Nigeria Ports Authority bought one. Ralph Hart was the port manager then. And his father, the king, the Ulu of Ori then, brought me one bull, very, very big from the escravos. So I never knew that the son would take after the father. May his reign be in peace. And may he live longer. I joined myself with Olusegun Obasanjo, who said he had seen 3 Olu of Ori in his store. He wouldn't want to see the 4th one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 37-year-old, I will never see his successor. It doesn't matter how many more years I'm going to live on this earth. It's a prayer, and God will grant it. So, you are welcome now to our historical perspective. The historical perspective of today is very, very simple. At the entrance gate of a university in South Africa, the following message was posted for contemplation. Please listen to the message well enough. This is the message posted at the entrance of that particular university in South Africa. Destroying any nation does not require the use of atomic bombs or the use of long-range missiles. It only requires lowering the quality of education and allowing cheating in the examinations by the students. I don't know. Did you get this? To destroy any nation in this world, the post there is telling you don't need atomic bombs or any other instrument or missiles. All you need is lower the quality of education of that country, then allow cheating to take place in the examination of the students of that country. What will happen if this is done? Patients die at the hands of such doctors. That is, doctors that come out of that examination. Patients die at the hands of such doctors. Buildings collapse at the hands of such engineers. Money is lost at the hands of such economists and accountants. Humanity dies at the hands of such religious scholars. Justice is lost at the hands of such judges. The collapse of education is the collapse of a nation. So if you want to destroy any nation, ensure that the quality of education in that nation is collapsed. Ensure that history teaching is removed. Then every production from that is a mess, and that country is destroyed. Historical perspective. Please, let's cross-check with this against the facts that are available. What is the budget? Thank God. The educational budget of Nigeria, which is, as of this year, 2021, is 4% of the total budget. President Muhammadu Buhari, while he was in London before moving for his medical checkups, had promised that he will move it gradually until it will become 50%. I don't know which year it will be. He had 2 more budgets to give before his tenure is over. Maybe, in the 2 years, he could jump it from this abysmal 4%, maybe to first 20%, then the other one was 50%. But I think the historical perspective teaches a lot of things if we go through it. I do. Can we now look into what we have?
Yes, let's look into our very rich, very sumptuous, and very interesting menu. Number 1, Grazing Reserve. You're turning Nigeria to a cow republic. Autumn slams Buhari. Menu number 2, 2023 presidency. APC governors begging Jonathan promise to give him automatic ticket. PDP youths are alleging this, and this is from the pages of the Daily Post. Menu number 3, Wike edges out federal government, signed bill authorizing rivers to collect VAT. From the Premium Times, that is. And, of course, National Association of Resident Doctors. From The Guardian, may suspend strike as Buhari orders withdrawal of technicalities. Menu number 5, Nigeria's unity negotiable, says Atiku. And this is from the Punch newspaper. And the last on the menu, again, Southern governors, others tackle Buhari over grazing sites order. And this also is from the Punch.
Okay, thank you very, very much. Menu number 4 says lad may suspend strike as Buhari orders withdrawal of technicalities. The Guardian reports. Or the Guardian reported. Probably we should start from there because it's very, very brief. The Resident Doctors Association did not withdraw the strike. The strike continues. But thank God, when President Muhammadu Buhari returned back towards ending of last week, he ordered, because it's not the Resident Doctors Association that went to the, what do you call that court? Arbitration. It is the Ministry of Health that took the matter to arbitration. And the negotiation had always been headed by Ministry of Labor and Productivity. Dr. Chris Ngigi, the senior minister there who deals with such matter, says he is just a negotiator. He is not the employer of the people. And at the time, he vowed never in his life to sit down. I said it here last week, that he went too far in that vow, that he will eat up his words, that who will blink first? It is not the Resident Doctors Association. It is the Nigerian government. Because you cannot be at fault and be bullying and you think you get away with it. Even when you watch Chris Ngigi speaking on television sometimes, you may want to see an arrogancy that you want to abhor for speech. So when he said, never, I knew he was just talking nothing but badadash. So when the president returned, the president ordered them to move the matter from the arbitration, go back to negotiating table and negotiate. Very, very good thing the president did. President Muhammadu Buhari, I salute you for that. So they were supposed not to be negotiating and waiting what they agree with. Then they present it to the court as their agreed point. And based on that, the court will terminate the proceedings. So when they went, the Minister of Health now differentiate himself. He now called himself also a negotiator. Meaning, Ministry of Health that employs these workers says, I am just a negotiator. Of course, I would not understand that the resident doctors cut across all the states of the Federation. But in whichever state that they are talking, is the Ministry of Health that is the employer in those states. So how the Minister of Health in Nigeria could expose himself that he is a negotiator, I don't know. It defies all logic. Now, and the Minister of Health or the Minister of Health is now saying that they've signed a memorandum of understanding with the Resident Doctors Association, the Nigerian Medical Association, the this association. But the Resident Doctors Association says they cannot sign any MOU with the ministry, that they would prefer to sign with the president. Either that is taking the matter too far, I don't know. Either they are saying presidency. But with the president, I don't think the president is the proper person to come and act in the place of this. But what they are saying is loss of confidence in government representative at the ministry levels. They lampooned both the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Labor, because all the previous ones signed, the government had never responded positively. So they say, so they did not end strike. Strike continued. That is why I say, maybe we just start from there. Now, let's go back to grazing reserve. You are turning Nigeria to cow republic, Buhari. And of course, this is sequel to something that had just happened a few days ago. If we look at, item number 6, he spoke elaboratively of that. Let us just pay a short but most relevant visit to that item number 6. Give me a second, listener. I will get there, then we pull it out. We are going to compare, because they are very, very similar. We are going to compare what is happening there to the one that Otom is talking about. And if you look at what Otom is saying, it is more or less what the whole country is saying.
Do you want me to read it for you?
Because I just want to bring something out there, which says, I'm there now.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much. I'm most grateful. You know, I can always rely on you. Now, item number 6 on our menu today, this is how it is captioned. That Southern, is it Southern governors?
Yes, Southern governors.
Southern governors. Again, Southern governors orders tackle Buhari over grazing size order. We have to understand what is happening here. As I try to interpret and make sense to it, at some point I'm still lost. Muhammadu Buhari, first 4 years, did not place grazing on the front burner. But we saw invitation to Miyetti Allah along the Sahel region, along the west coast of Africa. We saw invitation being publicly announced by Miyetti Allah in Nigeria here, the president of the Miyetti Allah Associations of Nigeria, or Hutu Kuru, whatever you call them, serving invitations to other Fulanis in the Sahel and also in other West Africa countries to move to Nigeria. That the time for the it's not revolution they use. Time for the, is it jihad? I don't know. What was the language? Was. And that was immediately after the slaughtering of close to over 100 people in Benue State, the Agatu community of Benue State. When they were slaughtered by allegedly Miyetti Allah, or the headers, or the Fulani headers. Then the matter now started growing from there until the supremacy of Miyetti Allah on the major stage of Nigeria became an established factor. Let me not be repeating it continuously. When Shehu Gaba made an announcement and he quote the Miyetti Allah to Afenifere this and that, and cleverly did not mention the Arewa Consultative Forum, which had been the only one body in the whole north that hold the northern Nigeria together. That is the one we should take note of. Then Adu Ogbe, the Minister of Agriculture then, advocated for what he called cow colony. It crashed on him because Nigeria said, are we going back to colony again? We will never. It crashed on him. Then when that crashed on him, then the federal government, through the presidency, introduced Ruga. Ruga itself did not fly much because majority of Nigeria rose against it. It was at this point that the vice president, Atiku Abubakar, with his team, came out with another reformation proposal.
Article?
National Livestock Transformation Program.
You said Atiku Abubakar.
Oh, sorry, Yemi Osinbajo. Okay, that was a vice president. This is a vice president. And Yemi is not Fulani.
No,
Atiku Abubakar is Fulani.
Yes, he is.
So, Yemi Osinbajo with his committee came with what they call National Livestock Transformation Program. And when he analyzed it, it is on record. I have it on record. And it's on record for national reformation. That the 36 states of the Federation bought into the proposal of National Livestock Reformation Program. And this one, the National Livestock Transformation Program, was nothing but all about ranching, which the whole world had adopted to. If you want to see some of the largest, I'm talking of large scale ranching in the world, you move to the United States of America. Go to Texas. It's a place you can go. Take a drive round and see. No one country in the world today that cows are wandering around about. The word nomadic, Fulani, is gone out of dictionary of every civilized country in the world. It is only in Nigeria that, and most unfortunately, not only in Nigeria that there is still existence of nomadic Fulani, but it is only in Nigeria that the president of Nigeria is still arguing that nomadic Fulani should be given, nomadic Fulani should be given a place of honor and respect. And it is only in Nigeria that the president is going out that there is a route which the cattle must follow. And that route had been there since 18-something to the early 19-something. And the route should be here in 2020, this century. And why President Muhammadu Buhari is so narrow to that vision, I don't know. I cannot say it. I don't think many Nigerians understand it. Now, cow colony failed. Ruga failed. Then National Livestock came. National Livestock Transformation Program of the VP came. And it was accepted by the 36. Then, some of northern Nigerian government, along the line of National Livestock Transformation Program, adopted ranching. The governor of Kano State came to make an announcement, and he called his brothers. He is a Fulani, called Fulani man, that all of them should come to Kano because the land there is large enough that he has segregated an area for each of them to come and invest. And that area will be only for ranching. So there is no nomadic moving. There is no grazing routes. There is nothing like crossing the farm's land and destroy the farmer's property, which makes the Miete Allah or which makes the Fulani herdsmen aggressors. If you want to have evidence that they are the aggressor, go to Niger State. The Niger State has the largest land scale of all the states in the Federation. Now, then why this have been settled? And the Kano state governor, could it have just gone 100% off the line of his president? His president is a Fulani, himself is a Fulani. President Muhammadu Buhari, our president, is a Fulani. He has a few cattle heads. He's a header President Muhammadu Buhari is a header. Then, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, the governor of Kano State, is a Fulani. He's a header. So he now brought an idea. He said, the menace of the Miyetti Allah, or the menace of the Fulani herdsmen, must be curtailed, that they go around in Nigeria killing people. But he now brought he differentiated. He now said, it is not the Nigeria Fulani that is doing the killing and destruction. That it is Fulani from other areas of Nigeria and from the Sahel region that move into Nigeria that is doing this. That is why, after creating the ration in his state, he's inviting the brothers, the Nigerian Fulanis, to come there. When he said this, it was well said. But then, there were some missing points. And without these missing points, you cannot get your target. What are the missing points? How do you differentiate the Fulani from the Sahel region, the Fulani from Mali, the Fulani from Niger Republic, and other states, the Guinea, the Senegalese Fulani? How do you differentiate them from the Nigerian Fulani?
Maybe their accents?
Are there no difficulties in this? I think there is a major difficulty. He did not go down bringing this. Of course, it is not his responsibility. But he has accepted that nomadic is gone out of the world. In that he contradicted, without saying it, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But the president will not hear that language. That is number one. Number two, how do you differentiate the Fulani of Niger Republic, the Fulani of Mali? In an interview, President Muhammadu Buhari just recently told you that he has his cousins in Niger Republic. And he elaborated that in Niger Republic, the Hausas are there, the Fulanis are there, he mentioned even the Kaluris that are there. But he admitted that he has his Niger. So if his cousin in Niger are now roaming into Nigeria with their cows, how would Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje be able to differentiate that this is not the one from Niger Republic, whom President Muhammadu Buhari had admitted that is his cousin? How will Ganduje be able to say that this is not a Nigeria Fulani, so let him stay behind? That is one. Another is that they hide under the ECOWAS free movement. But the ECOWAS free movement did not talk of cow. I listened to Falana yesterday, and I believe in him. He spoke the law. And the ECOWAS free movement of personnel, whatever you have, did not say you can enter a country without proper legal traveling documents. Mm-hmm. You have to place your legal documents. And the Ministry of Agriculture has responsibility to equally look at that of the cows you are bringing or the ram you are bringing. Is it ram they call rago? It's a very good meat anyway.
The ram is rago. Malu.
Malu is not rago.
It's not rago. It's cow.
It's cow. Mm-hmm. So that's another difficulty. But the president has just hell bent. So having gone now, he now says the grazing routes, and most unfortunately, he is traveling this trajectory of our historical build-up into anarchy. He is traveling the route. President Muhammad Buhari is traveling the route with the number one law officers of Nigeria, the Attorney General of the Federation, the Minister of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. Abubakar Malami would not see anything wrong. When the president told him, go and fish out a gazette of 1954, and that gazette is falsified because there was no gazette that talked of the whole country together then. The gazette talk of regions. And that was before 1979, when the Land Use Act became law, which has been built and carried and assimilated by the Nigerian 1999 Constitution as amended. And don't forget, the Nigerian 1999 Constitution as amended was nothing but a fallback of the Olusegun Obasanjo Constitution of 1979. All lands in the whole country, they are invested in the people. And the governor is to administer the land on behalf of his people. And the people are those people of that state. So when Muhammadu Buhari, the president, is now saying he has gotten a grazing routes reserves in 25 states, it did not occur to him that he has no powers, not even powers of coercion. If he should resort back to bringing guns, he cannot achieve it. He cannot. To force the lands of the states into the hands of the federal government, no. The federal government can only deal with lands in Abuja territory.
Yeah. I spoke to a lawyer on Saturday on this matter. And whilst we're hoping
be heard, have your say. Join the conversation on Lagos Talks 91.3.
That the fact that the preceding law,
get it live, catch it direct, straight from the source.
Yes,
the English Premier League lives here.
Nigerian
once it's match day,
you
know where to stay.
That has precedence,
of course,
has supremacy
Lagos
over that,
Talks,
and
home of the
until
EPL. Exclusive official partners of the EPL.
The Gazette is just
even the Gazette of 1954 that dealt with some regions did not survive the 1964 constitutional Republican constitution that came into being.
right.
So going to bring that will not help. I don't know. Anachronism? Why would the president? So anyway, back to menu number 1. It is this that Otom, he said, that is the executive governor of Benue State. He's now saying he wondered why the president is giving more priority to cow than human being that is supposed to protect and everything. Why all this energy? A committee had been set up, and the committee had worked out, and the committee is looking at the possibility of prosecuting grazing routes in today Nigeria. Mr. President, with all respects and humility, you cannot effect this. You cannot. Except you just want to drive Nigeria into chaos. Then beyond that, many states in the north, Taraba State, for example, had key into the National Livestock Transformation Program and has acquired area. Taraba is in the north. Okay. Then the president did something which may become illegal, but for now it's not illegal. He had given from the federation account. The president he's not operating in Nigeria with his own money. Because if you go to his form of assets, there is not don't forget his first form to contest for the presidency in 2015. He borrowed the money, according to what he said. It was for that reason that having borrowed the money, on the day that he was being sworn in, the wife was saddled with a wristwatch that cost about 25 million. It was for that reason that some people question, but I don't question that. That woman is a beautician, is everything. He could get anything. But the president did not state some billions that he inherited from fund of his father or mother. So whatever he spends is Nigerian money he's spending. He had already voted 6.2 billion for ranching in Katsina State. And the governor, Aminu Masari, generously told us that of the 6.2 billion, the president had given 5 billion.
Is that why the son, Femi Falana, was
now
arguing?
The law of equity comes in. President Muhammadu Buhari
must give the same.
Must approve 6.2 billion, but must give with immediate effect and automatic alacrity. Permit me to use the language of the village headmaster of those days. Immediate effect with automatic alacrity. He must give 5 billion to the remaining 35 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. Failure to do that, he will be stepping aside the law of equity, which the Constitution guaranteed. Because it is not his money, it is our money. If you want to disburse it, yeah, you can help the states. But then, because it is our money, they must go round. That is two. Then 3, headers or animal husbandry or whatever you call it, they are private businesses. So, and the money he gave to Katsina State, please, can we interpret it? Telling Katsina State to construct a ranching zone, meaning he's backing ranching in one language. Therefore, where is he again going back to say grazing routes? Grazing routes to where? That number. Megida. Please return back from that journey. These Kobans, This Koban number 1 and number 2.
One of the largest ranches in the world, yes. Turner Ranches, approximately 2 million acres of land in the U.S.
Yes,
making it one of the singular landholders in North America.
Yes,
it's a private business.
It is a private business everywhere. By the grace of God, I have traveled a few states in the United States of America.
And I'm not sure the U.S. government was the one that paid for...
Go to Rwanda here.
Just next door.
Just next door. Ranching is there. You see, the headers, the cattle rearing, has even come to get... all the cattle have what do you call
GPS?
Yes. It is not government. It is the government can encourage. The government can provide the facilities. Like what President Buhari is doing now. It's a good idea. Bringing the money. But then, if he limits it to Katsina, then trouble is brewing. Where is equity? They must take it around. You can't in one hand be saying, Katsina go for ranching. Then calling your Attorney General and say, let us go for grazing routes. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He cannot bulldoze the people to do that. Because that is why some people are asking, which kingdom, which nationality is he creating? Is he becoming president of Nigeria or president of Fulani headsmen? Then people are still asking questions. Could that be the reason that the Fulani headsmen, who had been identified as the number 5 or number 4 greatest terrorist organization in the world, had not been proscribed by the Nigerian government? I don't know. There is no difference between the Fulam, that is the Fulani nationality, the Miete Allah, and the Fulani headsmen. And the Fulam, which probably could easily be said that represents all of them, came publicly to make an announcement that the threat, the shooting and misshooting of Oton, a city governor, was carried out by them, that there was an error, otherwise he would have been dead by now. And no police had asked one person to write statement. Where Sunday Igboho is being pursued all over the world. Immediately they cited him in the Republic of Benin. Buratai. Look at Buratai. The man who was chief of army staff for over 5 years. And when he came down, he could not find solution. He will be submitting a report to Buhari that we are on top of the matter. They have been disintegrated. Boko Haram is gone. Only for him to go to the National Assembly and say, in the next 20 years, we shall still be fighting against Boko Haram. Because he was rewarded to become an ambassador and is posted to the Republic of Benin. That's why I said that if I were to be Boho, I should have enlarged the capacity of the territory of my intellectualism to have advised me that you shouldn't pass through Benin Republic. Because that is where Tuko is. Tuko brought a plane to the airport and was just calling the authority of Republic of Benin, put the man in the plane, so that I just take him to Abuja. Until somebody reminded him, say, sir, if you do that in your country, as in a state of lawlessness. We don't do that here. We operate according to the law. 3 days later, he pulled the plane out of that airport. So, I don't know. I think we should move, shouldn't we? Eh?
Yes, Guru, let's move.
Let's try to move. 2023 presidency, APC governor begging Jonathan. This is a statement of an individual.
The PDP youths.
The PDP youth. And of course, we heard at the time that there was a heavy lobby. And please, don't undermine politicians. There is nothing they cannot do. There is nothing they cannot do. They are perfect in lines. They are perfect. It is a game of manipulation and permutations. In my interpretation, I have always said it that politics is a game of manipulation and permutations. And that is why I defined that in the classroom of politics, angels are never students. You don't get there and identify angels who are students in that classroom and you ask the question, what is the subject being taught in this classroom? And you are being told politics, run away from that scenario. Because in the classroom of politics, angels are never students. Nothing politicians cannot do. Nothing. They have the capacity to tell the greatest lies. They have this, they have that. When they want to contest for power, they promise you that they will supply air conditioner from heaven into hell. And that they've taken permission. That purgatory even had allowed access. You don't need to ask him, have you gone to hell before and come back? You conducted your survey and it is, he will convince you. A politician will tell you that dead body there is not dead though. The man just went to sleep about 3 hours ago. We had a meeting to 2:30 a.m. And whereas that dead body had been there for years. Nothing politician will never tell you. They promise you everything, they deliver nothing. So, we'll be told that some people are working on Goodluck Jonathan. That will be a good product. But I said, yes, they could offer him that. But then, if President Goodluck Jonathan allowed himself to be led, having attained a status that today is being referred to as father of democracy in Africa, now that he's being invited all around the world, because it was not an easy task for Ekubat government to be defeated. And when the elections result, total result had not been announced by Dompa, you picked the phone, you congratulated the opponent without any other thing. In spite of the fact that people, even including Olusegun Obasanjo, that who alleged and accused Goodluck Jonathan of trying to gbagbo Nigeria, referring to the Ivory Coast, Gbagbo. Of course, Gbagbo had been freed after 10 years old. The wife was earlier freed and they had been freed. And what is the name of the man who took over from him? Had now gone to do what let me use the word, cost leaders in Africa are used to doing. Third tenor had come up now. He wants to continue forever. But that's not the issue. This man picked the phone. If this new statue he has created for himself, which is enjoying a lot of respect all over the world, if I allow it to be betrayed, if somebody deceives him, then he would be a fool forever. So it is youths of PDP that are alleging this. But what I'm saying, it is not something uncommon because both of them are politicians of the same gene. The blood of APC politician is the same blood of PDP politician. Is there any one of them better? Is there any one of them in a class of decency?
Well, the former president was at the wedding you spoke about over the weekend.
Of course, there's nothing wrong in that. It tells you
and
about comrades.
He did
of course,
the elbow
handshake
with the president.
Which is good. Even if Atiku Abubakar could be there, why would it? And don't forget, he has always been meeting with the president. The president have always employed him, assigned him responsibility ever to Mali, the terrible trouble of Mali. He is the one that went there. And the president that was sitting close to Muhammadu Buhari this last week was the former president of the Nigerian Republic. You know, he got up with enthusiasm to greet Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan should maintain that. I'm not saying he could not be approached to, but if the man tries it, he may be headed towards the final disgrace of his life. So we don't need to waste too much time. Wike urges our federal government, of course, a court of concurrent jurisdiction, which the layman call competent jurisdiction. They are the same. The other one language, Oyibo, abracadabra of Oyiboism. The one that has the key we give to the one that I don't know how to give to the people. The court says the federal government has no responsibility collecting VAT and some vital taxes in any state. I'm expecting that the remaining states will rush.
The FIRS is on its counter move.
Of course, until it goes and until that judgment is set aside by appellation, by court of appellation, in superior court, that remains the law of the land. And Wike, the hippopotamus from the sea, will not waste time. His house, the House of Assembly, brought the law quickly. And with all enthusiasm, he signs it, and it is now law. So, FIRS, the Federal Inland Revenue Services, would have to go to the Court of Appeal. First of all, either to arrest the judgment not being executed, of course, which can be done by filing to the same court or court of concurrent or whatever jurisdiction, or go and take an appeal until the Court of Appeal sets aside or nullifies or opposes the judgment. The position of the judgment remains the law of the land. So the man did well by signing it. If before they will go and come back, if it is 20,000 naira, he can collect as a VAT. He will collect it at the court. Then they will go on argument. If the Court of Appeal set the judgment aside and oppose it different, then they will go back to approach the Court of Appeal that the assets that come via the execution of that judgment, they should ask the state to pay back. That will be another judgment. That will be another case to run. It may run a full length of time for 5 years before you get to that. That is that. Nigeria's unity negotiable, says the article. What are the issues here? We are talking of main number 5, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. What are the issues here? The language being heard in Nigeria is that the unity of this country is not negotiable. I have always disagreed, and I have always brought to the public domain of the Nigerian marketplace of the people 2 countries, Czechoslovakia and Yugoslovakia. One said the unity of this country is not negotiable. Another said, the unity of this country is negotiable, let us negotiate. And the one that admitted that unity of the country was negotiable, negotiated without issuance of one bullet, either blank or live bullet. Without arresting of one protester put in detention. They came together and they split it to 2 countries. 7 million on one side and 10 million or 12 million on the other side. And they drank tea. They called it velvet something. And they drank tea. They had cocktail. Until today they are working together as if both of them are still one country. The one that went arrogantly say is non-negotiable. It's not negotiable. The teaching of this country is not negotiable. Wallahi to lie, it became negotiated with blood of over 2 million people. And the president who sat at the top said it is not negotiable. You know his name. Where did he die? He died in prison. Not in prison because he had not yet be president. Custody. While waiting judgment at the ICC. International Criminal Court. So, to me, the trajectory I'm presently producing, which somebody just called me about 2 nights ago, that I should turn that to a different book. Because he gave me the ideas. In fact, he's a retired Major General of the Nigerian Army. Very, very, he's one of the highly respected Major General because he's a medical doctor. He's an inventor. And he vetted something that the World Health Organization accepted, and 15 heads of state in Africa, under the umbrella then of OAU, gathered in Addis Ababa to honor this man. Want me to mention his name? Major General Felix Ovagi. He in fact offered himself that, sir, I will be a member, I don't need to be the chairman, of professionals. He said, we regard this as a compendium, and we shall be going under volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. If you read the trajectory I'm presenting under the topic, Nigeria in 1914, a tragedy of amalgamation, you will know that Nigeria was negotiated into being by non-Nigerians, by traders who look at their economic value and place it to bring Nigeria under negotiation. It was for that reason that I have been able to prove it with evidences of documentation that of the 28 that met and sat on the day that the South, the North Protectorate, were brought together under the name Nigeria, and the name Nigeria is not even given by a Nigerian or any one of the aborigines from both parts of the divide. It was a name given by Flora Shaw, a journalist from the news, the Times, who came into Nigeria. Beautiful, tall lady. And as Colonel Lugard, Frederick, what are the other name? Lugard, was being transferred from Tanganyika, having lost his marriage in Tanganyika, came here as a bitter person and saw a very good, beautiful lady of the same nationality, and they got married. She was the one who named us Nigeria. The meaning is that this area of the Niger, taking it from the fact that Mungo Park discovered the Niger at Busa. The people of the area could not discover the place. It's another foreigner that came. And if you read his book, Mungo Park, he had a book, My Travels in Inter-Africa. You will read all this. They negotiated the word Nigeria. They gave us the word Nigeria. They negotiated us into being. Of the 28 that sat, 6 were Nigerians. Which of the 6 appended signature to paper? None. How old was Azikiwe? How old was Amadu Bello? How old was Obafemi Awolowo? Even Herbert Macaulay, the father of nationalism, how old was he? None. So Nigeria was negotiated. So how come we are now following a country that say, oh, it's not negotiable? It is negotiable. If it is well negotiated, Nigeria will never break. Please, I am begging our leaders today. It is our inability to negotiate the place that will bring the breaking of Nigeria. Oh my God. I think I tackled the 6 items as best as I can. Did I?
Yes, you did, Guru.
I will be so selfish if I continue the narration, because this narration shall never finish in life. But we are saying what we should say. Our leaders, are they hearing? Would they implement? Would they implement? Or are we talking continuously? By the conclusion of Wole Soyinka, Clerk, and Chinua Achebe, when they went to speak to President President Ibrahim Babangida to save the life of Mama Vasa, their colleague writer, their colleague poet, and they came back and they were told, okay, we'll look at the matter. And they came into their car as they were coming out of Doda Barracks. The 4 p.m. news now announced the late Donkat Bali, the most senior of all the military of his era, as announcing that the plotters, which included Mama Vasa, which these 3 personality discourse a few minutes ago in Doda Barracks, had been executed in Kirikiri, and the announcement said had been executed in Kirikiri 2 hours ago. Then these people, they came to the conclusion, we will never discuss with Dump again. Are we discussing with Deaf adopt, or will our leaders take these matters and look at them so Nigeria can move forward? Nigeria can continue if it is restructured. It will not break. But if you say it is not negotiable, no restructuring, in your eyes, it will break. It will cost life. We don't want that. I, Godwin Etakibuebu, the guru, don't want that. Adu, please allow our people to participate.
All right. Join the conversation. Let's get talking. And the numbers are 0809 234 5913, 0809 222 0913. Turn off your radio, sir.
I've done that.
Good morning to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Mr. Adu. Good morning, Mr. Guru.
Morning,
yes,
sir.
Good morning.
Your name?
Yeah, my name is Sai. I'm calling from Lekki.
Okay, go ahead. You have a minute. Sir. You have a minute, sir.
Yes. Guru, thank you very much for your analysis. I'm always very inspired listening to you. You said deaf and dumb. Yes, our rulers of today are deaf and dumb. That's my answer A for the first one. They are very deaf and dumb. Secondly, non-negotiable. You can imagine in the group where they said translated between the sign. The 6 Nigerians, 12 sub-banded, the same that is happening today in our Senate. Those that would have supposed to speak, they sit down and look, allow things to go the wrong way. Nigeria is very negotiable. Otherwise, you may say we won't break. It's just a mere mouth. Suddenly, 9 stars came and gone. The bigger one is coming, they don't act. The bigger one is coming, they won't be able to handle it. Except do something now. Nigeria is very much negotiable. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. But let me correct one impression. I did not say deaf adopt. I quoted the Wole Soyinka and his 2 colleagues that say we will never. So that's it. Go ahead. Those were quite strong words to use. Hello, good morning.
Oh, God.
Yes, good morning. Tunay, how are you?
I'm fine. No. Daddy
Thank you for
Guru.
calling.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Lord will keep you for us, sir.
Amen.
I'm always enjoying your analysis every day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. The truth is that our people, I don't know the way they think and listen. I was talking to one politician and he said they don't mind. They can do anything to get to power. If it is to kill, they don't mind. That whosoever that want to stand before them, they are ready to remove the person. And I asked him, is that the way you want to govern a state or a local government and you will come out successfully? They said they are looking for something to eat. They are looking for power and they are looking for famous. And look at the attitude of the politicians in Nigeria. And that is why they follow cow. They don't care if people died. They are enjoying their life. But with what we are doing here, we are learning, sir. And I know that we will not make the same mistake. Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you. And let me correct one thing again. You need not to qualify the Nigerian politician with cow. Please. Because we have those from non-cow racing that are not even better half as those from cow racing. So you don't need the cow as an adjective to qualify the Nigerian politician. The Nigerian politician is a disaster,
Good morning.
Money, please.
My name is Christian. I have 2 questions for the group.
You want to ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So the first question is the reenactment of the old grazing route by this government. First, the non-proscription of Fulani herdsmen. The other activities of this government that shows that maybe they are more or less protecting the Fulani herdsmen. Don't you think if another government after this one behaves exactly like this, Nigeria is going to turn into more or less a tribalistic entity and thereby bringing chaos?
Okay.
And that's the first question.
Okay.
The second question is concerning the non-negotiable nature that some of our elites are putting Nigeria into. Now, if I should ask, the northern part of Nigeria is far bigger than the southern in terms of representation in the National Assembly. Now, if the northern part is bigger than the south, it is making it difficult for those in the south to bring out any motive of renegotiating the unity of Nigeria. Because the northern part will always suppress it, knowing that in the National Assembly or whether in the Senate or House of Assembly, they can easily suppress it with their majority votes. What do you think the southern part will do instead of taking up violence? Because whatever you do will finally come to voting, and the northern part will vote you out. What do you think those in the southern part politically should do?
One, I'm not a
apart
candidate.
From taking violence.
Okay, one, I'm not a
candidate. I'll drop the phone now and listen to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. One, I'm not a candidate of violence, and I will never advocate that. When we talk of negotiation, you negotiate without blood. You negotiate without bullet. You don't need even gun to negotiate. That's number one. Number two, let the mistake not be made. It is something that is taken from the head of leadership in the country that is brewing all this. And once that thing is brought back, there are many, the Molo, is it Molo Light or Molo, what do they call it, of the North is becoming a great fallacy. The North, geographical North, don't we know geographical North includes Benue? Geographical North includes Taraba. Geographical North includes all those places. How many of those places that are now telling you, even imagine Kano, that embrace ranching? So if that thing that is missing in the head of leadership finds its way back, the negotiation will become very, very simple. I don't believe in violence, and we don't need it. We shall come to the time, if that thing returns back, what is missing now is one boat and not. I cannot identify, maybe because I'm not, what's the Professor Lambo, what branch of medicine? Those people that deal with madness, what do they call them?
Psychiatrists.
Psychiatrists. I am not even in the medicine practitioner, not to talk. Once that one knot and one boat is missing from head of leadership, once it is returned, everything will go well. But my advice is that we should not be thinking of breaking the country. I will never be a student of Nigeria should break. No. But it can be restructured. It can go back. You control your resources. You pay royalty to the center. Every area, every development area in Nigeria, individually, have enough capacity to export, to make this area great. I'm telling you this. One of the things that, is it Iran or Iraqi, is selling, Iraqi. It's religious philosophy. That's where the Shiite movement comes from. And that is why it is rivaling Saudi Arabia, the Sunni, very, very successful. So you have something you can create and make to become big. Who tells you that the Zamfara state and the coal labors there, if they concentrate on this diamond, what is making South Africa great? They will control the world. Even the oil is no more appealing at a time that the whole world is now seeking for a knitter. The crude is going away. It is going to finish very soon. So, I don't know. Let me not waste time. Thank you.
All right, let me go to our friends with the pen. Quite a number of them have joined us. So I'll just rush through a few messages. All right, this is from Chike from Makute. It says, good morning, Adjo and Guru. PMB's first 4 years was terrible, but some people still saw it as the best thing since sliced bread. He was re-elected though questionable. Why is anybody complaining? It is the best we can offer. Now, those killing themselves over politicians should learn from PMB's son's wedding. Former VP was there with a message of, I come in peace, but supporters are losing lives and limbs fighting for them. Food for thought. This is coming in from who now? Okay, it says, good morning, Uncle Gotti. My name is Apostle Emmanuel. May our good Lord continue to bless and protect you for your good work.
Thank you.
Matthew says, okay, I asked me to increase your mic. I think I've done that. It says, in Nandam Melody says, the new Oli of Worries prove that Nigerian youths are capable of making this nation great again.
Yes.
I'm glad for him. May he live long. Congratulations to the Shekiri people.
Thank you.
A full respect to General Obasanjo. He's a well-cultured leader. Always a lecture from him to the young ones. That's Dr. Femi Adesina. Joining us on WhatsApp as well.
Femi Adesina.
Adesina.
Okay, Adesina.
Shion.
Adesina.
Good morning, Guru. This is Kazi from Surulere. Obasanjo is the revered traditionalist. The newly crowned Olu of Warriors' father was never Olu. It was his grandfather who was Olu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Check the records, please.
Adegboyega says, good morning, Adu and Guru. In as much as I want a new president in 2023, from the present masquerades parading themselves as leaders, in reality, they are not. They're ruiners. I sat down and asked myself, where will the new president start from? Is it the economy that has been bastardized, collapsed, and ruined by this present government? Is it the insecurity that has become huge, cultural and religious business of both the elites and military officers? Is it the disunity and call for secession or separation of powers by regional independence? Is it the high rate of unemployment and debt accrued from borrowing or doctor strike and ASU strikes? Honestly, I sympathize with the man that will take over from PMB. He'll be stepping into a big trap that may swallow him. Congratulations to the Olu of Wari. Can we have someone of that age bracket of the newly crowned as our president in 2023?
The president signed a law, not too young to run. So exercise your rights.
Not too young to run, but not too young to win.
You scare me without your observation.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Godwin Etakibuebu.
Yes, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ferdinand.
Go ahead, Ferdinand. All right.
Mr. Guru always speak well for we that will have listened here to hear from him. So what I want to say is even the head of this leadership of this Nigerian has been come something else. Even the citizen of this country, we have every born child that born in this Nigeria is supposed to be paid money. But our leaders use the money to buy ammunition and some necessary vehicles to power themselves. Even in a good leadership, don't supposed to carry mopo or gun. But white men just come introduce introduce gun, give us so that we're using it to rob all the resources in Nigeria and be giving to them. Well, we leave everything to God.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I can call you from Atlanta.
Okay, Akin, yes, please go on.
Thank you.
From where? From where?
PNP did not ask them to look for deserted grazing route. It was grazing reserve. And the information we got from a radio station, because radio are meant to educate people and listeners. The information we got from the radio station today, which I would like to mention their frequency, is that we have only 2 southern states in that reserve, which is Oyo State and Ogun State. The rest of the reserve are in the north. Then the 6 billion to be given to those states, they are to be given to those states who are willing to establish the reserve, not route, sir. And sir, Adu, you gave mention of the biggest ranch in USA. Please, during the cowboy and farmers clashes, which of these ranches was the first and who established it? Even the train ride for the cows, who provided it?
Okay,
who
so
let
me respond to you. Okay, I'm looking at a particular story here. President Muhammad Buhari gives approval for the return of open grazing practiced during the First Republic when headsmen use
It is reserved.
designated
Where are you reading from, sir? Which
grazing.
paper?
Hold on. The headsmen use designated grazing routes to move cattle to several parts of the
Which paper
country.
are you reading from?
So I think you need
to.
to.
Of this program. Can you now stop the conversation?
Yeah, I've cut him off, but I just wanted him to know that.
You see, it is not all.
What we're saying is
it
not.
It is not all
not
that we
fictitious.
argue with. You know we are twins.
Yeah, I you know, seeing is believing.
He will never listen to this area. He has made up his mind, and he's entitled to it. But let listeners judge with better base of knowledge. That's why
the argument will be, Guru, if it was just grazing reserves, why would governors be trying to fight grazing reserves? Why would lawyers be speaking to grazing reserves?
We have almost overshooting our own way.
Sorry.
Now, I will do something good to the listening public. Sirs, uncle, brothers, sisters, and my fathers, and my junior ones that are there. We are going off air in 1 minute time. Please, by 5 p.m., visit my website, www.godwintheguru.com. I repeat it slowly, www.godwintheguru.com. By 5 p.m., visit that site. I will deposit there our menu number 6 today. Against southern governors, others tackle Muhammad Buhari over grazing sites order. And I will elaborate more on it. Like that item did not talk of the cow colony introduced by Adogbe, did not talk of Ruga, did not talk of the National Livestock Transformation Program. I will bring all this. I will bring the grazing rules and reserves. I will bring the structure. I will bring the committee that have been established that is going to work now. So please go and read it, and you will have the source of information so that you can. It cost us, myself and Adu sitting here, it cost us hours of sleepless night to bring to the public what we are bringing. Your opinion is necessary, and I welcome it. The Guru welcomes you. But please, overturn our presentation with avalanche, a collective of knowledge. I succumb. That's what Obafemi Awolowo, one of my mentors in life, said. So on this, the last caller, thank you very, very much. But listen to others and research equally. For knowledge, there is no end to it. If I make mistake, I always welcome correction here. So we are grateful. Thank you very, very much. Adu, again, I will appreciate you specifically and specially.
Guru,
Prince
thank you.
I will always appreciate you. The mere fact that you are standing in front of me, the people are not seeing you. And you are manipulating and operating the camera in such a very professional way. And your smiling, handsome face has always encouraged me to go even deeper. So thank you very much. God will bless you. God will keep you. And of course, you meet God, the Guru. Meet me. You can follow me on Facebook, Godwin Etakibuebu, simple. Then there is a page I created which is called Vetra column. The V of the Vetra is capital letter, the C of the column is capital letter. You get it. And of course, you can follow me on my YouTube channel, which is Godwin the Guru, the YouTube channel. You follow, but don't follow. Don't go there without liking. Like it, subscribe, and let it. It costs you no money to subscribe. And of course, I shall be here tomorrow. I shall be here on Wednesday by the special grace of God. Then Monday will be another meeting point. And I can show you between the next 3 weeks, I'm bringing in somebody to come and tackle this car colony thing, a professional. And I assure you, I'm bringing somebody from EFCC. I want to believe next Monday will be his turn. And I want to assure you, I'm bringing the chairman of Lagos State Task Force, Chief Superintendent of Police, Shola. Gegeloyi. I'm bringing him. Maybe the upper Monday. And many other people have been slated out. So we shall meet with all of them. But until we meet again, please keep yourself out of trouble. Bye-bye.
We are Lagos Talks
91.3.
Let's talk.